is Monday, April 3rd, 2000. Interview with Claude Blair.
Off the police force right after the service. We all went into the service at roughly the same time.
Did you go into World War II? And they did as well?
Yeah, I was in World War II and the Korean days.
And the Korean
I got
conflict.
called back in, yeah.
Did you know Fred Meade? Because he was in both as well. He was the chief, in the 60s, end of the 60s to the mid-70s.
Here in Palm Beach. I know the name, yeah. But,
you didn't know him?
I had lost all contact with it then because I was in the Bell system and we were living all around the United States. I was the vice president of AT&T in New York and president of two Bell companies. Ohio Bell and Pacific Northwest Bell.
If you would sign this for me, I'd appreciate that.
Sign
take
away
that.
my life.
Sign just your name. You can put the date on it, a 3rd. You can read it if you want to. It basically tells, yes, it'll probably be a good idea. Already. Thank you.
Look at that if you want it. There's nothing to it.
Oh, yeah. It says that they have some stairs named after them over at the police station, basically. I'll have to go over there. I haven't paid any attention to that, quite frankly. I'm trying to stay away from the current administration. I don't want to create any waves over there now.
Yeah.
So tell me, where did you grow up?
I grew up in West Palm Beach.
In West Palm Beach. Were you born here?
No. My folks moved down here in 1924.
Okay.
From Nashville, Tennessee.
And how much older were Earl and Jack than you?
They were 6 years, 6.5 years.
6.5 years older than you? Okay.
And my father was in the construction business. And he was enticed down here by the Florida boom, all the building.
And of course, in 1924, he only got here just before it ended.
Well, it really didn't end until 28, 29. The crash.
Right.
No, he did very well for a while. Like a lot of other people, made some money and then lost it all.
Yes.
Bought some properties that...
I was going to ask you, did he use
some of them sight unseen. They were selling lots then, sight unseen. People later found they were completely underwater out west of town. And they'd go after the salesman. The salesman would say, "Oh yeah, but they're planning to dig a canal through there pretty soon that will drain all of that property, and you'll have some high-priced, valuable property." But never came out.
Right. And having to pay taxes on it for how many ever years would have not been feasible. Right.
I think the classic real estate deal that I remember very vaguely was Paris Singer, who was developing Singer Island. He proposed he was going to put a bridge from the northern part of Palm Beach over there, build a big hotel and all this sort of thing, advertised it for months. As I understand it, he opened an office on Clematis Street one morning and sold every lot over there. Closed it up. Now, he did start to carry forward. He started a hotel, got it roughed in up a couple of stories, and sat there for years until they finally made him tear it down.
Yeah.
But oh my God, look at Singer Island now.
I know. If they'd have only kept their land,
Oh.
kept their deeds, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
paid their taxes.
Well, the same thing about, I came down to visit my brothers many years later when we lived somewhere else. Wife and 9 kids used to come down and sponge on them all the time before we bought this. Ecclestone, who built Lost Tree.
Lost Tree. Mm-hmm.
My brothers were friendly with him. They invited us up there to play golf, just as the golf course was maturing.
Okay.
The pro shop was a trailer,
Yes.
and there was one spec house.
Oh, my goodness.
Just, we shook our heads on the way back down. It will never go.
Look at that now. Yeah.
I think one of the brothers did buy a lot, but Ecclestone was smart. If you bought a lot, you had to build on it within 2 years or sell it back to him. You couldn't buy any of that property on speculation. That was very smart.
Yes,
And
actually
look at Lost Tree.
Exactly. It's been many years since I've been in there, but yeah. It was,
$1 million homes. They're tearing down some of the old.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. No, that's just an indication. Well, the Singer thing was an indication of what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
We lived on Fern Street, in
Okay.
a boarding house.
Okay. How many were there of you?
Well, 2 brothers and a sister, younger sister,
Okay.
and my mother and father.
Okay.
We all 6 were there. The lady who owned the house had converted the attic into a barracks. The 2 brothers were up there and about 5 other guys that were just renting cot space.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard to find a place to live.
Yes. Yes.
So we came down and enrolled in school. I went all the way through the end of high school.
How old were you when you moved here?
Well, in 1924, I had to be 11.
Okay.
I was born in 13,
Okay.
87.
Okay. So your brothers were born about 1907?
1907.
Okay. You mentioned on the phone about the hurricane of 1928.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you living by then?
We were living on Lakeview,
Okay.
right near the corner of Dixie and Lakeview. You know where the car wash place has been? Where they wash cars there? At the corner of Lakeview and Dixie. There's a car wash place there.
I'm completely blank on that. Completely blank on that. I can't think of it at all. Is it south of downtown? Is it south?
Well, Lakeview is the street you go across the bridge. Okeechobee comes in this way. Lakeview goes that way. It's almost Okeechobee Road, but it's Lakeview.
It's Lakeview. Yes, sir. I gotcha.
There's been a car wash place which has been sold now. And the bank, the Palm Beach Bank, bought it.
Yes, it's going in there. Yes.
Now, we lived right across the street.
Okay. Across Dixie?
On the north side, right across. No, not across Dixie, across Lakeview.
Oh, across Lakeview.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
And we didn't know very much about hurricanes. We knew there was one coming, and we had done what we could to batten down. But the eye of that hurricane came right across. And before the lull, it had started blowing the roof off of our second story,
Okay.
off of our house. I remember we were upstairs, us kids watching, and there was a building behind us on Dixie. I remember seeing the elevator house blowing off that thing like a box kite across Dixie Highway. Well, after a while, my father says, we're going to have to get out of here. And the storm started letting down, and all of a sudden, quiet. You were in the eye of that hurricane, which we didn't know about. We went next door. As it started blowing again, we went next door to a little house that was tucked back in behind us, a little single-story house. We wound up with 4 families in there.
Oh, my goodness.
And when that hurricane started again, you could feel it pick that house up off the foundation and set it back down. And when the thing was over, It was catacomb, facing
Oh, my
several
goodness.
degrees off.
Oh, my goodness.
That's how bad that storm was.
Uh-huh.
It laid West Palm Beach absolutely flat. Except for the telephone building, Como building, and a few like
The courthouse, I've seen the courthouse. We've got some pictures, and it is
Yeah.
amazing.
Our church was the Baptist Tabernacle,
Okay,
which was down about 5 blocks, where the First Baptist Church is.
okay.
That was a big wooden tabernacle been built to take care of the congregation. It was laid absolutely flat. And my father then supervised a bunch of people who wanted to contribute their time to start building the old church, not the new ones there now, the old ones, which is a part of the university, maybe.
Right, I think it is.
And the women cooked lunch, and he was able to get more people come in there and donate their labor to build that
To
church.
rebuild the church. That was great.
I wouldn't have given you a nickel for this whole town. I mean, it looked so bad. But it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Because everything that had been built during that boom was just paper shell, lath, and plastic. And that same storm could go through today and not do one iota to damage as it did do.
Right,
Because
right.
immediately the city put in building codes. You had to have cement block and concrete and everything.
And tie downs.
No longer built. According to the records, it drowned over 2,000 people between here and the Everglades. I was a Boy Scout, and I very vividly remember bringing in people from out there to bury them, probably unidentified because they were putting them in boxes, covering them, and putting them in, digging trenches out at the cemetery. Just like you see in some of the war pictures of some of these things.
Yes, sir, yes,
That
sir.
was a very vivid memory for me.
How many would you say were there?
How many graves?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Reportedly, history says that 2,000
Yeah,
people.
between 1,800 and 3,300 is the way they go, and it's
Now,
hard
of
to
course,
tell.
it killed an awful lot of livestock and so on.
Yes.
Because there was no dikes around Lake Okeechobee.
Not like we know of it
That's
today,
right. So since they built the dikes there again, I don't think you could get the damage. But
No,
it
unless
was a
it's that
horrible
really broke.
storm. And the thing that surprised us is, that eye of the hurricane. We thought the storm was over. Now, Patsy, the one that asked to come up here, she was just a couple of months old because she was born.
You mentioned that
Yeah.
you had carried her
She was
over
a baby.
there.
She was a baby, and I took her in arms over the place.
So her mother was there in the house
Her mother
with you all.
was there. Her father was off playing ball.
And let me see. So in 1928, this was in September. He's off playing ball.
Yeah.
He was a pro,
Yeah.
semi-pro.
They both were playing, I think at that time, in the 3I League.
The 3I League.
Yeah.
Okay.
They later, one of them was with the Yankees and the other one was Detroit. In the
Really?
farm system, yeah.
The Yankees and Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay. Detroit Tigers, right?
Yeah. They were in the farm system. They were great athletes.
How did they happen to get into baseball?
Well, they'd been great athletes all their lives.
They graduated from Palm Beach High?
No. They graduated from Montgomery Bell Academy in Nashville.
Okay.
The headmaster kept them there and boarded them free to keep them to play athletics when we came down. So they didn't come until in the middle, after 24, maybe 26. And how they got the bug to go back up the 3I League covered Ravenna, Ohio, and some places like that. How they got into that, I don't know. But I know they were away playing baseball most of the time. Earl wasn't married at the time. Jack was, and he had the baby.
Right. Jack married early then.
Mm-hmm.
And then she came down here and he went off playing baseball.
Right.
Now, it looks like they started on the police department in March of 28 or thereabouts. Maybe winter of 27, 28.
Yeah.
One of them did. I can't tell which one.
Well, I think both of them within a short while, and as I recall, the police force in those days, from there on, that I was made up largely. There were quite a few ball players.
Yes.
Quite a few ball players who came down here, and as I said, you put on that good-looking uniform and rode the bikes, and they were very popular.
Yeah,
very popular.
Very popular with
So,
young ladies, yeah.
That's their life then, off and on, till we went in the service, and
That's a long time, though. That's between, you're talking service World War II?
Yeah.
Because 28, I mean, that's 13 years there. That's a long period of time. And they were seasonal for a while, I'm guessing.
Well, I don't know when they actually went on. I'm not sure they were on the police force in 28.
Well, I have an
record?
Officer Blair in the police journals. The first mention of him is in March of 1928.
All right.
You know, but they were seasonal. They would hire officers from January until maybe through April.
That's right.
And then they would be let go.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell which one. And then the following year, 1929, they start referring to him as J. Blair and E. Blair.
Yeah, all right. But, again, I'm fuzzy from that period, but they weren't playing ball all the time that they weren't over here. One of them worked for the Palm Beach Post Circulation Department.
Really? Okay.
And I don't know what the other one was doing, but they had a lot of different jobs. They were always ambitious and knew how to make money. Even when they were on the police force, they owned several cars and used to rent them out.
Oh, really? Even as officers?
Yeah, people over here, they used to rent mine for me. And
okay.
they would do a lot of things to make a little money on the side.
I saw that in somebody else's memoirs, and I couldn't quite figure out what that was. Now that makes a lot of sense. This one couple was buying cars. Did you know a guy by the name of Earl Sims?
Jitterbug?
No, Earl Sims was a white guy. Yeah. The Rogers Porter is Jitterbug. I talked to him earlier.
Jitterbug.
Yes,
Jitterbug did everything for them when they went in business.
That's when they went in business, quite a bit later, 1949.
Before that, what cars they had connection with Jitterbug. He would do everything. One of them, at one period in the 30s, at 33 or 4, in addition to being on the force, he worked for the Colony Club as a bouncer. And they couldn't do that very long because they shipped around, so they gave me the job.
Oh, they did?
And I was the bouncer.
Well, good.
I was the bouncer.
Did you enjoy that?
Oh, yeah. And I was, at the time, working at AT&T over on Fern Street.
Okay.
And I worked from 7 o'clock in the morning till 3 in the afternoon there, go home and take a nap. One of them would wake me up, maybe put me on the motorbike and bring me But then I'd stay at the Colony Club until it was closed and until the morning help came in. I'd sleep there, I had a gun and so forth.
Oh, okay.
Never had to bounce but one guy all the time I was
Really? And what did you have to bounce him for?
Well, he was throwing some glasses at the bar and he came in, a very wealthy guy, and his chauffeur and bodyguard came in and helped us get him out. He came in the next night and gave me $100 bill, gave the bartender $100 bill. Well, I thought he was great.
Yeah,
that was a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Because I was just a kid.
Sure. Well, there was a lot of money in the 30s, too.
Yeah.
Do you remember his name?
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't tell me. An awful lot of them I pick up out of the police journals, though.
Yeah, well, he was a great sportsman, I know. An awful lot of money, very popular.
Is he still alive?
I wouldn't think so. He was pretty old man.
Oh, okay.
The place was run by a guy by the name of Art Hand, and a guy by the name of Coffee, I'm pretty sure. They were the two owners.
Okay.
Now, I don't know whether you know where the Colony Club was.
No, I don't.
It no longer exists. It was in behind where Bradley's gambling club was.
Okay.
And it itself was just about where the Biltmore is, maybe a little north of where the Biltmore is. There was an arcade, little arcade there, had a moving picture, and a motion picture, and the Colony Club, and as I recall, a couple of shops.
Okay.
The Colony Club, along with the patio. The patio is up behind where the theater is now. That's been boarded up.
Yes.
Those were the two popular nightclubs.
Okay. In the 30s.
Yeah. Everybody in who's who in Palm Beach. Of course, they were out of this world as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
But they would visit the patio and they'd visit the Colony Club. Just do it. A hand would let them do anything they wanted to do. They wanted to put on roller skates and skate on the dance floor.
They could do whatever they wanted, huh?
But everybody who was a who's who was in there.
Did you ever get into Bradley's?
One time, one of the brothers took me and walked in and just took a good look at it.
During the day or at night?
No, this was at night.
At night?
Yeah.
Was there gambling in there?
As I recall.
Yeah. And one of your brothers took you in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a beautiful place. I recall all red carpet and everything, because it was the last thing in the gambling resort, as you know.
Red carpet. There's been a rumor that there was like a balcony over where they gambled with Pinkertons and machine guns. Did you see them?
Brother pointed this out to me.
Really? That's great. See, we've never been able to confirm this.
Yeah, I remember.
And were they
He
Pinkertons?
said, look up there. This is the protection they get.
And were they Pinkertons, or were they just? You don't know who they were.
They were guards.
They were guards.
Overlooking the thing.
You could see their machine guns.
Well, he said they had them. I don't know if you could see them.
Okay, but the men were posted. Okay, so to protect the customers there.
And I don't know that Brandy was ever robbed. I never heard of it.
I don't think so. I think he was swindled a couple of times.
Well,
but I don't know, and that may not even be the proper term, but I know that I don't think he was ever really, like robbed with guns.
Yeah.
I think that rumor went around pretty well that he was heavily armed there.
Yeah.
Did you get to meet Bradley?
Wertheimers also had a little place.
Okay.
Near this Colony Club.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Jack Wertheimer and I were big buddies. He and I graduated from high school together.
Okay. And you graduated in what year?
1930.
Okay. All right.
Jack Wertheimer and I were real buddies. And Daddy Wirt, as we all called him, was a good close friend with my two brothers. Wirt and the two brothers went to the World Series no matter where it was every year.
Did they really? Oh, that's great. And your brothers went as well. Now, from reading the books that I haven't looked up Wertheimer's address in the city directories, but from the police blotters I've been reading, I thought Wertheimer's was near Gus's back, which would have been just
where Charlie's Crab.
Okay.
Is what Wertheimer. That was Wertheimer.
Was Wertheimer.
Oh,
okay.
Way back.
And he used to be like the Iron Waffle or something like that, or the Waffle Iron. Did they have a little place like
that? He had a great nightclub there.
He had a nightclub there as well.
Yeah, great nightclub.
I know that a couple of times in the 20s he was chewed out quite badly for staying open too late.
Yeah.
And they used to roust him out.
Spoken like you had to go from bad to worse. And the fish that you eat tonight was in the ocean this morning and all that sort of stuff. Oh, he was a character. Very popular.
But then he opened like a club up near the company?
No.
Another little eating place. Okay. Were there quite a few Wertheimers?
No, just Jack and his sister.
He didn't have his father. His father didn't.
Jack's father.
Jack's father.
Right. Which is still standing today. right near County Road, right behind Charlie's Crab, in that block down through there. And it's still there.
Are the Wertheimers still around? No, both of them are gone.
Well, Brother Clark and Joe Lawler. I think Jack died. He went out west to California, and I think was mixing up in the movie business. And I think he met a tragic death.
Oh, really?
What happened to his sister, I don't remember. Anyway, she was a great swimmer. She and a guy with the name of the two of them were in high school with me. They could jump off, and I've seen them jump off the pier here and swim to the pier in Lake Wood.
Oh, my goodness.
7 miles.
That's quite an achievement.
That's quite an achievement. Henry Holmes.
Henry Holmes.
Henry Holmes, he ran a marina here after he got out of school for a long while. I think he's probably dead today.
What was his sister's name? Jack's sister? Okay. It's all right.
But they were great. Because we hung out at Gus's bath all the time. All the high school kids there, because we had the swimming gym and we worked out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the popular spot.
Mm-hmm. Did you know Gus Jordan? Is he still around by then?
Who?
Gus Jordan?
Oh, sure. Gus was the top man.
He was still there, huh? I haven't found out when he died yet, but he's in the books quite a bit. They hung up on you. You get there and they hang up on you.
Let me get this board.
Sure.
But we would hang around on the beach all summer, go around. Those of us who played football, the Butler brothers had a lumber company here. And they kind of sponsored all this. They were both great football players. One at Georgetown and the other Notre Dame.
Oh, okay.
They and Aaron's Roofing. Aaron's was the big roofing company.
Okay.
It was on Dixie Highway right at Okeechobee.
Isn't it? I think it's still around, isn't it?
I think they're still around somewhere. They would put us kids to work. Any of us who'd been playing football at school or something. We helped put the roofs on most of these Meisner homes that were built.
Mm-hmm.
And all go all day without a shirt on in this hot summer sun.
And get cooked. Yeah, yeah. So the 30s were basically spent. Were your brothers still playing baseball during the 30s, or had they sort of retired by then?
They were for a while in the 30s. I don't think they played up. But they went. I don't know when they went permanent on the police force year round, but up in there somewhere.
Okay.
Before we went in service, long before we went in service, they were permanently on the force.
Do you remember them playing on the ball diamond at World with the
With Willie Donahue and Fifth and all the society.
Yeah.
Some of the other guys who were on the police force who played ball. Yeah, I've seen them play softball that many times.
It was softball.
I'm pretty sure it was softball.
Yeah, because
worked there a good bit with Willie. Willie Donahue was a great friend there.
Okay, Willie Donahue, huh? I should have thought about that because we do have pictures of the Historical Society that you might be able to identify for us of people that we can't. And some of them, I know
Well,
that...
I knew Willie very well. Sometimes I was going to New York when the brothers were in there. And Willie, they kind of looked after him.
Sure.
He and I were about the same age.
Okay. Because they had like a local league that they had here. But okay.
And we played for city service. All three of us. We'd come to town and play. The people used to rag us to death. But this was over in West Palm now.
Okay.
At the ballpark, which was there.
The one at Conneac? On Okeechobee?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was an industrial league. City service and other companies sponsored the team.
Okay.
And that went on for a couple of years. I don't remember what year.
Oh, they were playing a lot then because they were playing with the league over here, softball. They would play with the society when they had the society softball once a year too for the police pension fund. And then with the industrial league.
Well, now the brothers at one time owned the West Palm Beach baseball team, which was in the Florida league.
Really? They owned it?
Yeah. And at the same time, they owned the dog kennel. They had dogs racing out at the dog track.
Goodness, what?
We won't be there. We'll be here. Yeah, we're not going back to Cleveland until about the 19th, I think it is, maybe. Yeah, good. Oh, she would, she'd love it. She'd love it, but we won't be there. I will there. All right, thank you, bye. I'm getting invites for Cleveland. Yeah. Had somebody run it for them. And at one time they owned the baseball franchise.
Before or after the war?
I was after the war, for sure.
Okay. So tell me about going off the war.
Well, the three of us were in New York. I can't give you the days. I think it was after the World Series in 40. And we had to register for the draft here. We had one full day to get back. We were in my car. We ran the wheels off of it.
I bet you did.
Three of us coffee and meal. We drove from New York to West Palm Beach. One guy would drive and another one would sit up and watch for the cops, and the one that finished driving was asleep in the back seat. Got in here the next night and had to register for the draft the next day.
Just made it. Just made it. before, my goodness, in 1940.
To 17 to 27.
That's, pretty old to be drafted.
Well, they were.
That's amazing, gosh.
We all had to register for the draft. And Earl spent a good bit of his time at Hyde Park in Rosewood. They both went into the MP because of
Okay.
And he was for a time out at the airport, stationed out there with some kind of troop situation.
Okay. That was Earl?
That was Earl, and Zach was in an MP company somewhere up north.
And this was before Pearl Harbor? They were drafted? Or after Pearl Harbor?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure they're drafted. Because I left here, AT&T sent me from here to Atlanta, Georgia, and I was in the engineering department there. And I was in Atlanta, Pearl Harbor.
Okay.
I wasn't married, I was single living. I received a direct commission as a first lieutenant. Going Signal Corps. Partly the Signal Corps had asked AT&T for some eligible people that could commission to go overseas to run the radar station.
Oh, okay.
So I was commissioned in 41 and got my first service assignment in early 42.
Okay.
So I didn't keep a very close contact with them, but they were called in to see me.
Okay. And you don't remember?
Either that or they could have
Exactly. See, looking at the world war historically, they don't like us to know how prepared the U.S. was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They always say, oh, we waited to the last minute and Roosevelt couldn't get anybody to help him and this, that, and the other thing. But, the more I've been talking to people who were there, y'all knew it was coming.
Oh, yeah.
One way or another.
Yeah.
But you I'm sure didn't expect it to come from the Pacific.
No. I was in a boarding house, Pershing Point, Atlanta, Georgia, and my roommate woke me up. He says, Pearl Harbor's just been bombed. I said, when the hell is that? A construction company down there for a year and a half, and they came back to the States, and they sent me to Fort Monmouth there.
It was Fort
Monmouth, New Jersey.
Okay.
That was the home of the Signal Corps.
Oh, okay.
And that's where I met my wife, Rosie. She was the secretary to the commanding general. And before I left, we got married and had our first baby at Fort Monmouth.
Oh, my goodness.
I brought her down to Atlanta, Georgia, and tried to make a southerner out of her. She didn't particularly like Atlanta, but she was tolerated. But then I got out of the clear blue, I got called back in the Korean.
Okay. Yes.
And they sent me back to Fort Monmouth, which made her happy.
Sure.
The most fascinating assignment I ever had.
Was it really? Good. I mean, you met a lot of great men that...
We couldn't go anywhere for several years. A hotel, a bar, some places, some young guy, he took, Major, you were my commanding officer at OCS.
Oh, darn. That's great.
But then, the Korean thing was ready to get out. AT&T sent me in New York. And my career took off.
Like a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rose and I, if you don't Well, mine started right before I was ready to get out. Rose said to me, he said, why don't you see if AT&T's got something up here instead of going back to Atlanta? 3 weeks before that, we had gone into the city and were picked to be on Bert Park's Break the Bank. You probably don't remember.
Don't know. No, I don't.
We were on his show for 2 weeks and broke the jackpot for $7,500, which is 51 again.
A lot of money. You bet.
Anyway, to make a long story short, we were at Fort Monmouth and everybody watched. They say was a category and we broke the bank. The biggest jackpot ever till that time, and they had a lot bigger with that. But anyway, when I went into New York for my interview with one of the top people at AT&T, said, Major, I saw you on TV a few weeks ago. You were fat.
Great.
That just shows what kind of
Yeah.
he kept his job in New York, and my career took off.
Oh, that's
That just shows what timing is.
yeah.
I was lucky there.
So how?
AT&T, and then back to New York on the Treasury job. Went out to Denver, Colorado, the state of Colorado for Mountain States Company, then out to Seattle to help tear that off from California and form a new company, which is Pacific Northwest Power.
Okay.
Then they took me back into New York as the vice president of AT&T, heading up the Telstar satellite program, which was a fascinating thing.
I'll bet.
And we didn't win that battle with Congress, and then they sent me out to Cleveland as president of Ohio Bell.
Okay.
Then they asked me to go back out to Seattle as president of that one, because they wanted to take somebody else. I quit the Bell system while I was in Seattle.
Okay.
2 of the banks in Cleveland had come at me to come back where they were. And one of them made the deal so good. So after 35 system, walked away and spent 15 years in the banking business.
Oh my goodness.
Chairman of the National City of Cleveland, which today is a $90 billion organization.
Oh my goodness. That's great.
That's
You were very, very bad out there, or the doves with it?
the area was nothing but snake.
Yeah.
One of our buddies got hit with a snake one day right there and finally lost his leg.
Oh, he
Yeah.
couldn't get him back in time for treatment, or just didn't have good?
We treated as much as we could. The snake was too big.
Was it huge?
And he was off from the rest of us where he got hit.
Oh,
So we just didn't save it.
yeah.
So
He didn't die.
No, he just lost a leg.
Yeah. Young man?
Oh, yeah. It was our age. We were around 20s, I guess.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame. So anyway, they went to war. Everybody came back.
Yeah.
You were off up north.
I was, yeah.
Did they go back to the police department after they came back from war, or did they go right into business?
I don't think so. They went right into business.
Okay.
And Earl was on the city council here.
I saw some stationery with his name on that, yes.
Yeah, he was on the council. But they went into the car rental, and eventually they bought that property where the First National Bank is on Sunrise. That was their office.
Okay.
They also owned the corner where the bank is, corner of Sunrise and
County?
no, not County.
Bradley?
Bradley.
Okay. Sunrise and Bradley, where the bank is.
Yeah. Across from Publix.
Okay.
Huh?
To the south of Public, or to the north of
They
Public?
had a filling station there.
Okay.
And after they died, they left it to the widows. I remember they paid $70,000 for that corner. The widows sold it for over $1 million.
Good for them. Good for them.
They also owned the filling station next to Testers.
Okay.
There's a filling station next to Testers. They owned that at one time.
Okay.
And they would rent cars from there, and they rent cars from Sunrise over where.
Uh-huh.
We never had to rent a car when we came down. They always gave us a couple of cars.
Oh, that was good. That was handy.
We bought this place in 1970. We intended to do something bigger when I retired, but it's so convenient.
This is sure, absolutely, and right across the street from the ocean.
Yeah.
Do you worry about it in the summertime? You just board it up and don't worry.
Good maintenance.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I was president of the condo here for about 5 years.
Uh-huh.
No, we got good maintenance there.
Oh, that's good. I always worry. I told my husband I never want to own property where you have to evacuate during a hurricane.
Yeah.
You know, because we're year-rounders. I wouldn't want to have to choose what I had to take with me.
No, but I would stay right here. I'm not afraid of a hurricane, but the police try to make you get out.
Yes, they do.
Because during that 28 storm,
Yes.
reputedly, the ocean came all the way to the lake.
Yes, sir.
Some people say it was kind of a tidal wave, but it was high enough that it was solid water all over the lake.
One person I know, I talked to her daughter on Friday. Her mother said that she had to sweep the fish out of the house. The fish came up in the house. They live down like on Sunset, on east of County, somewhere down in there, and which is amazing. Did you have a chance to come over here right after that storm, or did they?
No, us kids, I tell you, I was 16. 2 or 3 of us around that age put on our bathing trunks, and they let us across the bridge. We came over to looked like this place was almost as badly wrecked as West Pond, except no houses were down, but just the trees were all down. You know, it looked like a mess.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see where the ocean, the sand had come up. It looked like it washed the place away.
Sure, sure. Do you know if they actually instituted martial law over here right after that?
No, they didn't bother us.
They didn't bother you?
No.
Did you see National Guard?
Don't recall.
I got some reports of it, but I can't truly confirm if they made it martial law over here.
They probably had to call in some help to protect these
Yes.
homes with all the valuables they had.
Yes.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Okay.
But there again, there was a big A&P store where the executive, what's the name of the club in the Pink Building? There was an A&P store there.
Uh-huh.
And it had just blown all the glasses down. The friend of mine who lived in this little bungalow that we went for protection, he and I brought a wagon down, and the manager had gotten there by this time. Stuff was all over.
Okay.
He said, "Boys, help yourself. You take anything you want."
Uh-huh.
I told him we had several families up there, and we don't have to
Sure.
feed them, including the baby. He says, "Take anything you want."
Oh, that was great.
We got accused of bringing more boxes of cookies.
You can bring the good stuff.
Anything else.
Yes.
But we did. We went back a couple of times before they boarded the thing up with a coaster wagon and took groceries down.
Uh-huh. Well, good. You were able to get across Royal Palm Bridge then? With a wagon?
No, we did not with a wagon.
No? Okay.
The grocery store was on the
other side? Oh, okay. Well, okay. Because I know they had an A&P on this side as well. Okay.
No.
At another time period. I think it may have been closer to Main Street.
Maybe where Publix is now.
Somewhere over there. Yeah. I've seen it mentioned in the early blotters.
Well, there used to be a ferry that ran across from Clematis Street to right into the bridge. We used to ride it for a nickel. Eventually, my folks moved over and we lived on Park. When I graduated from high school, we lived on Park Avenue.
Okay.
Chief Borman lived on the next street up County Road.
Oleander.
County Road. We were on Park Street almost down to, what's the name of the street in front of Publix?
That's Bradley Place.
Is that Bradley? Yeah.
So did you know Borman?
Borman? Oh, sure. We knew the chief.
Yeah, how was
it? Billy, his son, dated my sister.
Oh, okay, all right. You mentioned that on the phone.
Yeah.
What was your sister's name?
Lucille.
Lucille. Is she still alive?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Is she living in the area or
No, she's in Atlanta.
in Atlanta?
We were down visiting last month.
Oh, who darn.
Yeah, she's 85.
Uh-huh.
She's 2 years younger than I.
Oh, okay. Well, I understand that Billy probably killed himself.
The story is that he was, I said, on the way at O'Hara's.
Okay.
The story we heard, we were away, that he went out from O'Hara's and shot himself.
That's a shame. That would have been probably in the 70s, do you think?
I would imagine somewhere along.
Okay.
He was a great boy. He was a great athlete, too.
And he never got married or anything,
I
did he?
don't think so.
He kind of disappeared,
Yeah.
you know. So what can you tell me about Chief Borman?
Well, the guys were scared to death of him.
They were?
Yeah.
Why?
He was very strict.
Okay.
He was very strict. This may have been Billy's problem, you know. He may have been raised pretty strictly. I can't tell. That's
Right.
real subjection.
Right.
But he was a tough chief and ran a very close outfit. Yeah, they were all scared to death of him.
Well, that's good to know, because I was beginning to wonder if it was him who was the strong one or if it was Longo, his captain.
Well, Longo was his strong captain, and then of course he took over as chief for a number of years.
Exactly, about 12 years after.
Yeah.
And because between the two of them, they were influential, you know, in the police department for 46 years, 47 years. That's a long time for two people to have control.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get anything on Borman after he retired in the early 60s, many years after he retired. The newspapers broke wonderful stories about him, how he was Mr. Palm Beach and he was Mr. Geniality and this, that, and the other thing. So you're telling me that the boys were afraid of him, he was very strict.
Well, as you would be of your boss. So you,
I'm not. But
no, all right, but I mean, he was a strict disciplinarian.
okay, he expected.
And I think he wasn't the society kind. I think he just kind of disappeared when Longo took over. He was around, but
Yes, he was.
didn't want to make himself felt.
Yeah, I think he was ill right away, right in the 46 when he retired.
Away.
Yeah, you were.
But he was not the socialite.
Right.
I don't know that he ever appeared in any of the things. And I don't know whether he had any other. I think Billy was the only kid.
He was his stepson. It was actually he was his nephew that they adopted, I believe. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened.
I had a feeling that he wasn't, and I guess they had no kids.
No, they had no kids. And actually, Leonore was his second wife. He had actually 3 wives altogether.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah,
And Longo.
Earl was married to the postmistress here at one time.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, they were married for a few years.
Did they have children?
No.
No. Earl then died. When did Earl die?
They both died at 70 years old. What would that be?
So if they were born in 06 or 07, so we'd make it like
They
76 or 07.
Huh?
76 or 7.
Well, let's see. They died within 6 months of one another. They were identical twins. When Jack died, we had come down. I was here. And Earl was out playing golf that morning. Jack died over at St. Mary's. And I was there. And Earl got back to his doctor and said, "Oh, God." He said, "I went over here." I said, "Come on, Robert. You're in great shape." 6 months to the day.
Really?
Almost to the day. He died of cancer in the same spot.
Really?
Every time they had a
Both of them had cancer, huh? Do you know what kind? Do you know what kind?
No. But when they were kids, one of them had a toothache, the other one had a toothache. Appendix out. identical twins are one egg, as you know.
Mm-hmm, right, right.
So,
And parts kind of wear out at the
Yeah.
same time, yeah.
yeah, they both died within 6 months.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'd have to figure it out exactly.
Yeah.
They were 70.
Okay. And if they were born in 1906, I might be able to find their obits in the Palm Beach Post. Did their wives, both of their wives are gone now?
Well, Earl was married to the postmistress for a few years. They divorced and then he married Martha. Excuse me. And he was still married when he died.
Uh-huh.
They had the house right across from the Kennedy place.
Okay,
The old house sat right across from the Kennedy place.
okay.
In fact, they were very close to the president.
Really?
Patsy's got a picture, and I used to have one of Earl greeting the president when he came. Earl was on the council then.
Yes, and he greeted him at the airport in front of the airplane. Jitterbug has a picture on his table with him in his living room. Yep.
Yeah, I had one.
That was a good picture, too.
Yeah, I had one.
Uh-huh.
But they were, back long before that, when they were in the police force, they used to take Jack Kennedy on the back of the motorcycle and ride him and stuff.
Really? So they've been well before the war, yeah.
Now, Earl lived right across the street. He used to get mad at his wife, because that was known as the Little White House.
Mm-hmm.
She had a sign she put out in the yard, the Little Blair House. You know the Blair House in D.C.?
Yes, 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 yes. Are you okay?
Mm.
Oh, so how about Jack's wife? What was her name?
Patricia.
Patricia.
Excuse me, I'll get some water.
Sure.
Could I get you a Coke?
No, a glass of water though I would go with if that would
Some
be.
tea if you want tea.
No, ice water would be fine.
That's all I know.
So they named their daughter Patricia after her mom.
Yeah. And her sister is Jackie, named after Jack.
Oh, okay.
She lives in Miami. Yeah, Patsy and Jackie.
Do you know when? Oh, thank you very much. I hope you got yourself some water.
I just took a drink.
Oh. So Patricia's gone as well? Both Martha and Patricia are both gone?
Yeah, she survived Jack a number of years, and they lived up on Plantation or South. Both of their little houses, and I remember when they built them, have been torn down and big mansions built
Put in
on.
their places?
Yeah.
They have a tendency to do that over here.
Yeah.
Did you find pictures?
No, I just had this one that you had.
Yes, 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 yes. And Patsy's the one who told me for sure that this was Jack and that was Earl.
No, I said differently. I thought the left one was Earl.
Did you really?
Their mother couldn't tell them apart in uniform.
Oh, yeah, well, and they've got those hats on.
And I thought Patsy said that Earl was on the left.
I'm sure she told me that. I think she's been away. Here, I brought a bigger picture. That doesn't help much, but a little bit bigger.
No, it definitely looks like Earl on the left to me.
Okay.
And the old chief sitting there smiling, and
Yes.
Longo looks pretty serious.
Yes, he does, doesn't he, though? And I think, did you know any of the officers on the force? This, I think, is Turner.
I don't remember the names.
Okay.
I knew many of them back early,
Uh-huh.
but after I was away from here,
Yeah.
come back to visit.
And they've changed so much,
Yeah, long ago, and well, they had a guy who was on the desk for many years.
Sims.
Sims.
Yep, and I talked to his daughter last week.
Yeah, Sims was on the desk.
He retired in '53.
Mm-hmm.
And lived over in West Palm. And I think he died in '68 or '9.
I just made a couple of notes
Okay.
the other night with
Oh,
the
that's right.
hurricane we talked about, Gus's bad, the pier.
Okay.
Turtle egg hunts.
That's great.
High school, of course, part of the thing was, I remember about the hurricane is that we were, in those days, we had a lot of temporary portables.
Okay.
The
At school?
The school wasn't big enough to handle the kids that had come in during the boom build.
Uh-huh.
Had a lot of portables, and that wind moved them around
Yes.
and broke a lot of windows in the big building. So we didn't have to go to school for, as I recall, a week or two.
Yeah, it was quite a while.
Blew the ballpark down. The ballpark was down behind where Kravitz is now.
Uh-huh.
Blew the fences down completely. So tore up the field. We didn't have to practice for a week. We thought it was great.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Do you know if the police, of course your brothers weren't in town when this happened. I've heard a report that the Palm Beach police officers had to go out to Belle Glade to help recover bodies. Do you recall? And you said that the Boy Scouts did as well.
Hmm?
How did you guys get out there? As Boy Scouts went out there as well.
Oh, no, we buried them right here.
Oh, I thought you went out and helped retrieve the bodies.
No,
No,
they
okay.
brought them in on trucks.
Okay.
You know where the cemetery is?
Yes,
right
sir,
up there.
yes.
It was in the early part of the cemetery, I'll never forget it. They had big steam shovels just digging trenches, and they were bringing those bodies in on trucks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as I recall, putting them in boxes and putting them in for lime over and that was it.
Yeah.
Probably had no identification.
On a lot of them. After 3 days, they had no identification on anybody.
No, that was, I saw it here, no, I didn't.
Oh, okay, okay. Misunderstood.
Breakers burning, the Colony Club. As Boy Scouts, you notice in today's paper, I guess it was the boat that burned off of Peanut Island.
Yes, sir, uh-huh.
We went out there by boat as scouts and spent the night camping on that thing back in those years.
It was pretty rough.
You have never seen so many mosquitoes.
How bad.
We never tried that. That really was a jungle.
Oh,
It was
dear.
worse than the jungles of Panama when
Really?
mosquitoes were horrible later life. Well, we had no air conditioning in those days. Nashville was hot. I've gotten up many a time in the middle of the night and take a shower and take a bath towel and lay it down on the bed.
Keep trying to keep dry.
Yeah, really hot. No, unless you have some question, I don't know.
Not that I can
anything else
think of. I really appreciate you taking the time to make some notes.
Dave Martin graduated with us. He was a very prominent pediatrician here.
Uh-huh.
And he just died this past year. He and I belonged over to the Old Guard.
The Old Guard Society. You remember the Old Guard Society? Trying to think of the year. It's going to be well before your time, though. No, it's going to be well
It
before your
used to
time.
be right at the breakers,
Yes.
right across from the starting hole, and the brothers belong there. In fact, they've got a couple of gin rummy tournaments named from them. Then it moved down to where the Chamber of Commerce is now, the old building down. Is it Hibiscus down right across from the flag, right across from the museum. You know where the flag is?
Yes, I know where the Flagler Museum is. Is that Coconut Row?
Coconut Row. there's a pasta house there.
Yes.
That was Old Guard's headquarters for
Oh,
many
okay,
years.
okay.
And there's still a little putting green out beside it. And some of the guys come over on Monday nights and with their wives and putt. But our club rooms are over in Trump Tower.
Oh, okay. So there was a man who committed suicide in the Old Guard clubhouse in 1933 or 4. So well before your time.
Yeah, I wouldn't,
And the description in the police
brother
blotter.
wouldn't have been members then even.
No, but they would have been the officers.
Yeah.
They may have been sent on the call. And what's odd about it is that they talk about this guy. He supposedly shot himself in the right temple with a gun, and yet he was found on a chaise lounge in the locker rooms with his ankles crossed and his arms crossed on his lap, holding a gun in his right hand. And he supposedly shot himself in the right temple. And it's like, yeah, right.
Quick reaction of some kind.
Exactly.
No, they belonged to the Old Guard for many years. When I'd come down visiting, and they used to take me up there. So after I retired, I figured I had to join the Old Guard.
Sure. There's something else too. As you were mentioning that, I thought, oh, you ever hear any rumors about a lynching? Just before you came here.
Don't call.
Okay.
No, you mean before 24?
Yeah, it was in the summer of 23. And it should have been enough of a scandal that, because they lynched the wrong guy.
Well, one of the things I remember the most is that right after we got here, I had a bad tooth. I would have been 11 years old. Mother could not get into a dentist, and she took me up on Rosemary Street to a black dentist.
Really?
And he took care of me.
And he took care of you. Were you, well, y'all were from Tennessee, which is what you call the Deep South.
Right.
What did you think about that?
Well, it didn't bother me, because we always, I guess they were slaves. I was born on a farm.
Okay.
And folks moved into Nashville when I was about 2 years old.
Okay.
But before we went to Nashville, my father went in and found a place for them to live. Took a black mammy, we called her, and her kids.
Really?
Right
Took them with you?
She worked for us in Nashville. And she used to bring the kids to the house, and I'd play with them. Never knew difference. All of a sudden, at about age 6 or 7, somebody said, no, you can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
But I think another cute little, my name is Claude. When I was born on the farm in Tennessee, the two brothers' favorite comic strip was A Clumsy Claude. And they insisted my mother named me Claude from their comic strip.
Oh, no.
It's a good thing Bugs Bunny wasn't popular.
Yeah, really, or Mickey Mouse.
Or Mickey Mouse, yeah. But that's true, that's the only name I had until I was in high school here, and I told my mother I was tired of people saying, don't you have a middle name? She went to court and had my father's middle name put on my birth certificate.
Oh, I'll be darned.
Claude McClary Blair.
Claude McClary?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Maclary. I use Claude M, but
M-A-C-L?
Maclary, McClary.
Okay.
I never spelled it out, never used it.
I'll bet you don't. I'll bet, because you were so used to just, going Claude.
Yeah, but I was named from comic strip.
They were pretty influential then in your life.
Well, they kicked me around. I was their football. They used to
Were you?
kick me around. I went everywhere they went. It made them so mad.
I'll bet.
They just kicked me around. Didn't hurt me.
Well, that's good. That's good. They probably looked at you as a pest because you were such a difference in ages there.
Yeah.
But they
No, when I
enjoyed
was
it later.
vice president of AT&T on the Telstar job, which was fairly famous, they took over the Taboo. They took over the Taboo for a big party, and our name had the satellites all around the place.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Taboo, did you ever hear about gambling in the Taboo?
About what?
Gambling in the Taboo.
No.
No.
There was gambling upstairs on Main Street, and a couple of bookie joints there.
Oh, really?
I've never been up in one, but I knew they
Uh-huh.
were there.
No names? Do you have any?
Yeah, I have some names, but
One of them wouldn't be tested, would it?
one of them,
Wouldn't it? One of them wouldn't be tested, would it?
As far as I know, the testers weren't involved.
Oh, okay.
The guy that ran one of them was a friend of my brother's.
Oh, okay.
He was a nice guy, though.
Well,
But it ran for a long time upstairs on Main Street.
Think it's gone now?
Oh, I would think so.
Because that's one thing I asked Chief Ryder about, because growing up in this area, I had always heard that there was gambling going on over the taboo. It was common knowledge. And so I asked him about this, and if they'd ever tried to stop it. And he said, because he came here in '81.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, we'd always heard it, but we could never get invited in.
Yeah. Well, now mine is pretty strict hearsay, because I'm never up there.
Never, right.
But it was a bookie joint.
Oh, I'll be darned. It's amazing what's going on in
Yeah.
places that you frequent every day.
You got that off now?